So in order to set up this question here, we are going to use these parameters here, which we've got from the previous question. So we are going to set up the tree using two versions. So we have version 1 here, and we will have version 2 here. So, but first, before we go into them, we need to calculate the probability of exercise for node D, G, and H, as there is a probability of exercise at all of them. So how we do this is we're going to get the probability of exercise, which is 30%. Plus 1 minus the probability of exercise, multiplied by the probability that an employee will leave the company, which is 2.5%. But we multiply that by 2 in this cell so that because it's for 2 years, not 1. So we'll do that for the 30, 40, and 80 because it's for these ones here. And then for version 1, the asset price is done the exact same way. You get the stock price from here, and you multiply it by the probability of it going up, and drag that across, and multiply by the probability of going down to get this one here and drag it across, and so on and so forth. And then for the intrinsic values, it's the same as a call, so you get the max, and then bracket the stock price minus the strike price. Max just means that we will get positive values. And we let the last column of the intrinsic values equal to the last column of the option price here to get the value of the option. So then we need to calculate these here, which is slightly different to what we've done before. So we do this by using this formula here. So we get the probability of exercise so this is for node G. So the probability that node G it'll be exercised at node G multiplied by the intrinsic value, plus 1 minus the probability that it'll be exercised, so 1 that it won't be exercised, multiplied by the exponential rate, minus the risk-free rate, multiplied by the change in T, multiplied by the probability that the stock price will go up, multiplied by the upsell here, plus the probability that it'll go down, multiplied by the downsell here. So we do that the same for this one and this one, but we're using different probabilities. So for this one, we're using the 40% probability, and for this one, we're using the 30% probability. Then for these here, the rest of the nodes, we will use the probability that it won't be exercised here. And we take out the first part. So it's just the exponential rate by the risk-free rate by the change in T multiplied by the up value, the probability of the price going up multiplied by the upsell, and the probability that the price will go down multiplied by the downsell. So here they can, so if they leave early, they will forfeit their option here because this is the vesting period. So now we'll have a look at version 2. So version 2 uses the what if analysis. So in the first one, if we knew the probability of exercise, we used one formula which incorporated the probability of exercise, and if we didn't, then we used a different formula. So version 2 checks which formula needs to be used based on whether the probability here has data. So it lets Excel decide whether whether the option is going to be exercised, or whether what the probability of exercise is going to be. So it works like this. If the probability, if the corresponding cell in the table here has a value, then it uses formula 1 above that we used, and if the value in the table, and it uses the value in the table as the probability of exercise, but if it has no value, like here, here, and here, then it uses formula 2. So the reason I set this up this way is so that we can easily change the probability of exercise in this example.